Boo! Oh man, Halloween's coming up in over a week, which is why I got the black and white filter going on. It's some really spooky stuff. It's going to be a very sad time of year for all of us. Halloween is when we mourn the deaths of the lives lost in the 1914 siege of Tsingtao. You know, it's especially a hard time for me. Hold on. It's an especially hard time for me because my son actually died in the 1914 siege of Tsingtao. He was 33 years old at the time of the battle. The army just treated him like cannon fodder. He was just cannon fodder, and I'll never forget that. I'll never forget. And some of you might be saying, but Sean, the siege of Tsingtao occurred between England, Japan, Hungary, Austria, and Germany. How could your son have possibly served in one of those countries? And I say, God damn it. That's all I say is, God damn it. And then they shut up. So I think it's time for us to move on past the whole candy thing. As a substitution for candy, here are some examples of things that you can pass out to these young children. HDMI cables, a judge's gavel, Mike's Hard Lemonade, garter belts, croutons, futons, just entire futons, purple kush, die-cast tractors, clip art CDs, dead birds, Xanax, clean pee. Now, what do you do to decorate your house? How do you make it scary and shit? Well, that's the thing. You can't really make it that scary because there's kids here, and you bought this candy to give out to these kids. You're not just gonna buy candy and then have no kids come over because it's too scary. Yes, you are! You get to eat that whole candy! What am I talking about? Oh, God! That's so... Why did I... Oh, okay. It makes sense now. It makes sense now. I'm gonna just talk like this from now on. Is that okay? Okay. So now we're gonna talk about Halloween decorations. What I'm gonna do, I have a plan to decorate my house. I'm gonna have, an elaborate haunted maze to get to the front door, okay? Like Universal Studios level haunted. I want multiple kids to be unable to complete this maze. That's how traumatizing I want this experience to be, okay? So, but by the time they get to the end of the maze, I'm gonna have an empty bowl there. No candy, just empty. And the sign's gonna say, sorry, we're out. So if you're a parent, you're not only now trick-or-treating with a dissatisfied child, but a bawling his or her guts out and traumatized child as well. Now let's talk about costumes. When you get to be an adult, you get to go to adult Halloween parties. And this is a perfect opportunity for white people to showcase how ironic they can be. There's always a guy and a girl that dress up as those power outlets, you know? Like, look. Okay, we get it. Yeah, sex. People have that now. You know that costume where it looks like it's a person riding an ostrich or a person riding a horse, you know? You know those costumes that you see every frickin' year? And then you have to pretend like that's the first time you've ever seen this. Like, hey, check out my costume. Like, oh, yeah, that's new. That's, different. That's some... Geez, that's making me laugh inside. There's always one little boy, whose dad got way too invested in his costume. And then there's like that little boy who kind of runs around like, arr, like in his scary, you know, skeleton mask, like trying to scare people like, arr, and his, you know, nobody likes it when this kid does it because, you know, you're just walking in the neighborhood. Who is this kid? Why are you doing this to me? Stop it. You know, the parents aren't really doing anything about it. When they get to your house, when they're trick-or-treating and you open the door and you have a scary mask on, they go, and it's like, dude, you gotta own up. You gotta own up to what you're wearing there, buddy. So yeah, that's all I got. Those are my tips on how to enjoy your Halloween to the best of your abilities. Have fun, be safe, and to conclude things, I'm going to show you guys the Halloween costume that I'm wearing this year. I'm going as Ryan Gosling. So hold on. There we go. There it is. Like it? Ryan Gosling. I think it's accurate as shit.